Hello my dear students, in this lecture we are going to see strain analysis for 2D as well as 3D loading. Now in previous lectures we have seen stress analysis. In previous lectures we have seen stress analysis. Now in this stress analysis, let us consider, if I consider one 2D element, on this element there is normal stress along x axis called sigma x. Again there is normal stress along y axis called sigma y. Normal stress along sigma y axis is sigma y, and again there is a shear stress acting on the element. Shear stress of magnitude tau xy is also acting on the element, right? Now for such type of 2D stress system, if I consider any inclined plane, and the inclined plane is at angle theta with vertical in anti-clockwise direction. Now on this inclined plane there is one normal stress and one shear stress. The normal stress is perpendicular to the plane called sigma theta, and shear stress is parallel to the plane called tau theta. Now, and for such type of loading, we have already seen the analysis that on any inclined plane the sigma theta is nothing but sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus sigma x minus sigma y by 2 cos 2 theta plus tau xy sin 2 theta. This is the formula to find normal stress on any inclined plane. And tau theta, shear stress on any inclined plane, is nothing but sigma x minus sigma y by 2 sin 2 theta minus tau xy cos 2 theta. And theta is nothing but angle of inclined plane, with vertical in anti-clockwise direction, this we are considering. Now again for such type of loading, the principal stresses are nothing but maximum and minimum normal stresses in the component, and these are called principal stresses, and principal stresses are used for design. That is, principal stresses sigma 1 comma 2 is nothing but sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus or minus under root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 whole square plus tau xy square. This was the formula. And whereas this, therefore principal stress, sigma 1 is major principal stress, sigma 2 is minor principal stress, is nothing but sigma 1 comma 2 is nothing but, this is called sigma x plus sigma y by 2 is called sigma dash, that is normal stress on tau max plane. It is a normal stress on tau max plane, plus or minus under root term is called tau max. Under root term is called maximum shear stress, right? This is how we have calculated the principal stresses. Now again, in this analysis, why I am dictating this analysis, because strain analysis and stress analysis is exactly similar. Strain analysis and stress analysis is exactly similar, right? Now in strain analysis, the correction we have to do is only that here I am writing stress, here stress versus strain, right? Now see, normal stress is represented by sigma, and whenever there is normal stress in any formula, in strain analysis there will be normal strain, and this is normal strain, E is for, or epsilon for normal strain, right? And whenever there is shear stress in the formula, there will be shear strain divided by 2. This correction we have to do, means in place of shear stress we have to put shear strain divided by 2, where phi is nothing but shear strain, right? Now this correction we have to do only, right? Now see, in strength of material, in shear strain concept, you have already discussed that shear strain is nothing but total angular deformation in radian. Let us consider, if I consider this element, and if I apply shear stress on this element, let us say, if I apply shear stresses on this element, let us say these are the shear stresses acting on this element. Because of this shear stress, because of this shear action, the component will deform like this, see here, the component will deform like this, right? The component is going to deform like this, right? Means with vertical, the component is going to deform by some angle theta, let's say theta 1. With vertical, the component is deforming with angle theta, let's say theta 2. And with horizontal, let us say the component is going to deform by angle theta 1, right? And shear strain is nothing but, shear strain phi is nothing but total angular deformation. Shear strain is nothing but total angular deformation, that is theta 1 plus theta 2, with vertical axis as well as with horizontal axis we have to consider. Now if it is symmetry, due to symmetry, can I say due to symmetry, due to symmetry in loading, can I say theta 1 is equal to theta 2, which is nothing but equal to theta. Therefore can I say phi is equal to theta plus theta, which is nothing but 2 theta. Therefore what is deformation on about any plane? That means what is deformation about any one axis? That is theta is equal to, can I say phi by 2? Theta is equal to phi by 2. Hence, instead of shear stress, we have to put phi by 2. This correction only we have to do. And rest all the formulas are same. Rest all the formulas are same. Now we will do strain analysis. Now we are going for strain analysis. Now if I consider 2D element, if I consider 2D element, let us say that for 2D, for 2D loading, 2D strain, I am considering here 2D strain. Now for 2D strain, if I draw diagrammatically, if I see diagrammatically, if I see diagrammatically, right? See here, I am considering one three-dimensional element. I am considering three-dimensional element, right? On which I am going to represent 2D strain, right? Along x-axis, along x-axis there will be strain along x-axis Ex. Along y-axis there will be Ey. Let us say along x-axis there will be Ex. This is the Ex. Along x-axis Ex, right? Along y-axis normal strain is Ey. Along y-axis normal stress is Ey, right? Ey. Now on this plane, on the plane on which Ex is acting, right? On this plane on which Ex is acting, there will be phi xy by 2. There will be phi xy by 2. Instead of tau xy, there will be phi xy by 2. Means here on this plane, on x plane, there will be phi xy by 2, xy by 2. And again on horizontal plane, on horizontal plane there will be phi yx by 2, phi yx by 2. On horizontal plane there will be phi yx by 2, and we know that phi xy is equal to phi yx, phi yx. And if you have confusion in this, you can go in stress calculations, you can go in stress tensor quantities, how the stress tensor is represented. That video you can see, right there. I have explained in detail how to represent these all components. Now here 2D stress, 2D strain tensor, 2D strain tensor, we can say 2D strain tensor, which is nothing but, here we can write Ex phi xy by 2, phi yx by 2, and Ey. This is how we are representing 2D strain tensor, and where phi xy is equal to phi yx, right? Now if you want to see in 2D, in 2D, if I want to see simplified view, if I want to see simplified view, here there will be Ex strain, normal stress along normal strain along x axis. There will be Ey normal strain along y axis, normal strain along y axis, as well as there is shear strain, there is shear strain, there is shear strain, which is nothing but phi xy by 2, which is nothing but phi xy by 2. Now for such type of loading, if I consider any inclined plane, for such type of loading, if I consider any inclined plane inclined at angle theta with respect to vertical in anticlockwise direction, on this plane there will be one normal strain, there will be one normal strain which is nothing but E theta, and there will be one shear strain which is nothing but phi theta by 2. Instead of tau theta we have to write phi by 2 na, instead of shear we have to write phi by 2, right? That is phi theta by 2, right? Now for such type of loading, if you want to derive formulas, now strains on inclined plane, that is normal strain on any inclined plane, E theta is equal to, we can write Ex plus Ey by 2 plus Ex minus Ey by 2 cos 2 theta plus phi xy by 2, phi xy by 2 sin 2 theta, sin 2 theta, right? Instead of tau we have to write phi by 2, no, phi by 2, right? And instead of sigma we have to write E, right? That is normal strain. And phi theta by 2, phi theta by 2 is nothing but Ex minus Ey by 2 sin 2 theta minus phi xy by 2, phi xy by 2 cos 2 theta. This is how we have to find. And if you want to find principal strains, if you want to find principal strains, that is E1 comma 2, E1 comma 2 is nothing but equal to Ex plus Ey by 2 plus or minus under root of Ex minus Ey by 2 whole square plus phi xy by 2 whole square, phi xy by 2 whole square. This is how we have to find principal strains. Now if you want to find maximum shear strain, if you want to find maximum shear strain, then we have to do the calculation like maximum shear stress only, that is maximum shear strain phi max we have to find, but in formula we have to write phi max by 2, which is equal to under root term, that is under root of Ex minus Ey by 2 whole square plus phi xy by 2 whole square, and which is nothing but it is E1 minus E2 by 2. We can write E1 minus E2 by 2. Therefore the maximum shear strain phi max is nothing but E1 minus E2. This correction we have to do. Tau max is nothing but maximum shear stress is nothing but sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2, and instead of tau max we have to write phi max by 2, right? Therefore phi max is equal to E1 minus E2. This is how we have to calculate maximum shear strain in the component. Now about principal planes, about principal planes. Principal planes means the planes on which principal stresses are acting. But on principal plane, principal strains are also acting. Means on principal plane, principal stresses on principal plane, principal stresses, that is sigma 1 and sigma 2, sigma 1 and sigma 2, as well as principal strains are acting, as well as principal strains are also acting, strains are also acting, right? Principal strains means E1 and E2. Means on principal plane, on principal plane, principal stresses as well as principal strains are acting, and on principal plane all the shear stress or all the shear components of tensor quantity are zero. That is on principal plane all shear tensors, all shear tensors are zero. This is very important. Principal plane means the plane on which principal stresses as well as principal strains are acting, and on principal plane all the shear tensor quantities are zero. That is number 1, the shear stress is zero. Stress is tensor quantity, therefore shear stress is zero. Second, shear strain is also zero. Strain is tensor quantity, therefore shear strain is also zero. And third, moment of inertia, area moment of inertia is a tensor quantity, therefore shear moment of inertia, shear moment of inertia, that is Ixy, is also zero. Means on principal plane shear stress, shear strain as well as shear moment of inertia all are zero, and principal stresses as well as principal strains are acting on the principal plane. Now for the same analysis we can draw more circle also. For strain analysis we can draw more circle also. Now here we will see more 2D more circle for strain analysis. For strain analysis 2D strain more circle, 2D more circle, more circle for strain analysis. Let us consider, if I consider 2D element, if I consider any 2D element, on this element along x axis there is normal strain Ex, along y axis there is normal strain Ey, right? And there is shear strain acting on the component, there is shear strain acting on the component phi xy by 2, phi xy by 2, phi xy by 2, right? For such type of loading we have to draw more circle. Now the concept is exactly similar to stress concept, right? The concept of more circle for strain is exactly similar to concept of stress Mohr circle, right? On no, on horizontal axis we are going to plot normal strains. On right side positive normal strain, on left side negative normal strain, and on y axis, that is vertical plane, we are going to plot shear strains. Upward clockwise shear strain, that is plus 5 by 2, and downward anti-clockwise shear, that is minus 5 by 2, minus 5 by 2, right? And O is a origin of graph. O is the origin of graph. Now similar to stress analysis, we have to do strain analysis. Now let us consider Ex is greater than Ey. Let us consider Ex is greater than Ey. Then from O to A, we have to plot Ex. From O to A, we have to plot Ex. Therefore, I am plotting here point A on which there is a Ex. Now from O to B, we have to plot Ey. Let us say here point B. Here point B. Right. Now from point A, we have to go downward phi xy by 2 magnitude. From point A, we have to go downward phi xy by 2 magnitude. That is A to C is nothing but minus phi xy by 2. Phi xy by 2. From point B, we have to go upward phi xy by 2 magnitude, and we will get point D. We will get point D. Means B to D is minus phi xy by 2. Right. Now join C with D. Join C with D. If I join C and D, then this line CD will cut horizontal axis at point E. This line CD will cut horizontal axis at point E, and this E is called center of Mohr circle. This E is the center of Mohr circle. Now with E as a center and E to D as a radius, or with E as a center and E to C as a radius, you can draw one circle which is called Mohr circle. Therefore here I am drawing one circle with E as a center and E to C or E to D as a radius. I am drawing here circle. And this circle is called Mohr circle. This circle is called Mohr circle. This circle is Mohr circle, right? For strain analysis. Now on this circle, the right extreme point on horizontal axis, let us say it is F. Now therefore O to F is nothing but major principal strain. Now the left extreme point on the Mohr circle, let us say it is G. Now O to G is nothing but minor principal strain, and radius of Mohr circle, the radius of Mohr circle, this is nothing but the radius of Mohr circle is nothing but phi max, that is maximum shear strain divided by 2, phi max by 2. This is important. Radius of Mohr circle is phi max by 2 for strain analysis. For strain analysis means all the calculations of strain analysis are exactly similar to stress analysis, but here instead of normal stress we have to write normal strain, and instead of shear stress we have to write shear strain divided by 2. Only change is that instead of shear stress we have to write shear strain divided by 2, and do each and every calculation exactly similar to stress analysis. Now we will see strain for 3D loading. Strain for 3D loading, right? That is 3D system, which is also called a realistic system. The 3D system is also called a realistic system, right? Therefore I am considering 3D strain, 3D strain, 3D strain system. Now 3D strain system is nothing but, therefore 3D stress strains are similar to 3D stress tensor. See what was the 3D stress tensor? 3D stress tensor is nothing but equal to sigma x tau xy tau xz, then tau yx sigma y, and tau yz, then tau zx tau zy, and sigma z. This is how we are writing 3D stress tensor. Therefore strain we can write 3D strain tensor also. Strain tensor also. Likewise stress we can write 3D strain tensor also. Instead of sigma we have to write E, strain Ex. Therefore instead of tau xy we have to write phi xy by 2, phi xy by 2. Instead of tau xz, phi xz by 2, right? Now here phi yx by 2, then EY, then phi YZ by 2, then phi ZX by 2, phi ZY by 2, and EZ. This is 3D strain tensor. This is 3D strain tensor. Right. Now, again, principal strains are for 3D. Let us say for 3D, principal strains. Principal strains. Let us say for this strain tensor, if I calculate principal strains, if I get E1 as a major principal strain, major principal strain, major principal strain, which is nothing but Emax, which is nothing but Emax in the loading. Let us say E2. E2 is intermediate, intermediate principal strain, intermediate principal strain. And let's say E3 is nothing but minor principal strain, minor principal strain, which is nothing but E minimum, which is nothing but E minimum. Right. Now, while calculating maximum shear strain, that is phi max, we have to calculate. Therefore, in formula we have to write phi max by 2 is equal to E max, E max minus E minimum divided by 2. Therefore, 2 will get cancelled. Therefore, phi max is equal to E max minus E minimum, and in provided case it will be E1 minus E3. This is how we have to calculate. Now let us consider one example. Let us say if principal strains are, E1 is equal to 1000 into 10 to the power minus 6, and E2 is equal to minus 600 into 10 to the power minus 6, then what is maximum shear strain? What is maximum shear strain? Right. Now, what is the formula? Phi max by 2 is equal to E1 minus E2 by 2. Therefore, 2 will get cancelled. Therefore, phi max will become E1 minus E2, which is nothing but E1 is 1000 into 10 to the power minus 6, minus E2 is minus will become plus 600 into 10 to the power minus 6, and which is nothing but, therefore phi max will come 1600 into 10 to the power minus 6. Thank you, students. In next lecture, we will discuss about what is the exact meaning of plane stress and plane strain system.